Three, two, one. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Philippine Info Channel, and my name is Rich. As stated below, got a big announcement going on today. This will be my last video as Rich in the Philippines. I am going to be Rich in Thailand. And I wanted to kind of talk about how I came upon this, why I'm going, and what I think about what's next. But first off, I wanted to say thank you. Thank you to all of you for watching, for leaving comments, positive comments, and most definitely to Steve. Steve has given me a great opportunity here to share his platform, to cut my teeth, to kind of get back into the swing of things. As I've stated before, I used to be in broadcast and indie films back in America, and I was a little bit rusty, and it's been a joy. It's been a pure pleasure to work with Steve and his subscribers, all 32,000 of you. With that being said, let's talk about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. As I've said multiple times, I'm going on 2 years here. Yeah, at least 2 years here, and two years in Trece Cavite and over 2 years in the Philippines. I love the Philippines. And I know you're going to say, well, if you love the Philippines, why are you leaving? I love the Philippines. I love the Filipino people. It has been a bigger pleasure and joy than I ever could have thought. The Filipino people are so warm and kind and open-hearted and gregarious and outgoing, more so than I ever could have thought. I had hoped for it when I was coming over here, and it delivered.
Go.
And with that being said, I'm going to a different kind of a place. I'm going to a place that's about 3 hours out of Bangkok, a little bit more down south. A lot of expats, a lot of foreigners, but also a lot of locals. And I'm staying on the edge of this town. And as I go south, it's province. As I go north, it's city and AARP world. I'm going to a place, and I know I'm going to have trouble saying it, and I know I will get corrected, and I just looked it up. Haun Hin. Actually, I might even cut that out. The name of it is Hua Hin. And the reason that I'm going to Thailand, I've been there twice, and anybody who's known me for any time, the last 3-4 decades, I've had a love affair with food. But I've had a love affair with Thai food. I literally could eat Thai food every day. In one of my biggest projects that I did, a feature film, I actually cut the budget so that paid myself less so that I could have Thai food every day at the craft table. I have an incredible love for Thai food. And my visit there did nothing but solidify that. Having Thai food in Thailand is insane. It's really good. Don't get me wrong. I love adobo, pansit, and all that goes with the Filipino food. But there's something about the spices and the freshness that I found in Thailand that was a huge plus for me. Now, on the negative, on the other side, was the language. More than one of my friends, expat friends, has said, oh man, it's going to be tough. And it's true. The language barrier is going to be a challenge. I'm going to have to work on it. And I know that. When I visited there, that's one thing about the Philippines. They say, oh, everybody speaks English here. And it's not really the case, but most people do. And most people are willing to talk to you, even if you give them a nosebleed. When I rode with 2 different motorcycle groups here in the Philippines, it was so great because there was at least 1 or 2 people that always could translate for me. And the president, Don, he always talked to me in English, and he always translated for me. The point is that when I went to Thailand, and I've been there several times now to make this decision, there were people that didn't even want to see the translator. There were people that had no desire to talk to me. And I was okay with that. It is what it is. It's going to be a challenge. So over here plus, over here challenge. The visa process here in Philippines, bless Mary Rose and Thelma, or Thelma and Louise, as I like to call them. I mean, they made it really a joy to do it. Steve talks about them in the positive. I talked about them just the other day, that they were a huge addition to my life, and I still deal with them on extensions. And now that the SRRV, is that right? Or S? Yeah, yeah. I'm a tad dyslexic, and so it's always SRVV, whatever. Anyway, they always let you know when it's due. They always help you. And now that the visas are 2 years long, and they're really affordable, so that's a plus side of the Philippines. On the other side, it's going to be more of a challenge in Thailand. And look, I've heard the same things that you have about, many of you have heard about Thailand. Oh, they're changing the laws. Oh, they're changing the tax laws. Oh, they're changing the visas. And after talking to several people that have been there for 28 years or more, they said that yes, they do change things sometimes. And sometimes they say they're going to change things and they don't change things. All I know is this: I'm not going to wait around to see what happens. I leave in a couple weeks for Thailand. And I'm not, like I said, it's the same thing. I'm going to tell you the same thing in America that I felt in America when I came here. Go. Don't listen to listen to people, but don't let the naysayers, bring you down. I think I told you I had family members send me clips of Filipinas killing Americans, girlfriend and boyfriend, and all the scammers. And I'm here to tell you, dude, if you waited for everything to be perfect, you're going to be sitting in your bunker, watching a cable news channel, counting your bullets, eating your MREs. And if that's how you want to live, I'm not going to argue with you. I have zero desire to argue with you. It's the stoicism thing. But I also have zero desire to let anything besides common sense, ruin my decision. I am really excited. I'm going to keep my ties here in the Philippines. There's been so many things here that I've done, and I'm going to, the monkeys, Cabion Tunnel, and being a photographer, there's so much to if you look for it, there's so much to capture here that really is different. Even in Manila, my time lapses, I loved doing them. I loved going to the Airbnbs there, and it just, there's beauty to be found here. And with that being said, I try to find beauty in everything, even in Texas, even in California. I'm slightly joking in pulling the chains of a few. But the point is that I really did, the motorcycle riding here was just, I loved doing it. And the fact that my bike sold so soon, I knew it was going to happen that way. However, I wanted to do it and get it done, get it out of the way, so I could concentrate on what needed to be done to get to Thailand. But I've missed it every day. I sometimes open up my door and I look for it. And, when I'm taking the trike to wherever I'm going, I think about riding my bike. With that being said, riding your bike here every day is a true adventure, can be roll the dice. So the fact that that I got out, a month early didn't really bother me, because my last ride up to the tunnel was just, people were just crazy riding on the sidewalks, just the normal stuff. So I actually did a video on riding in Thailand. It's similar, but not really. There's no older vehicles on the road. There seems to be a little more respect for the rules. Not a lot more, but a little more. And the roads, the roads are wonderful there, at least in my area that I'm going to. If I go south, I go to all these beaches that are deserted and all these long roads where something like the ADV would just eat it up. And so I have a Inmax. Yeah, I think I have an Inmax waiting for me, and that should be interesting too. I don't think it's going to be as rugged or as comfortable as my ADV was, because that ADV handled all different kinds. So I'll still be writing, except writing in a new place. With all of this being said, I wanted to say thank you to you guys for watching, for listening, for your positive comments. And again, another thank you to Steve and the new friends, not the new friends, but the friends that I've made here have just been, Filipino and American. Big Frank, Rich, the other Rich in the Philippines, Ted. There's just so many, and I really appreciate all of you, and I hope that we stay in touch. I'm going to put my new channel down below. I don't know if I'm going to do this again. I can only assume that I'm going to, but I really wanted to do, and I hope you appreciate it. I really wanted to do something a little bit more or a little different than Steve was doing it. And I really strive for that. I mean, again, this is a different kind of camera than Steve uses. This is a different kind of sound system. It's edited differently. It's got, captions, and it's different. I got pictures of monkeys, pictures of my hair. I mean, all different kinds of stuff going on. With that being said, the bottom line was that Steve's channel is about informing. It's why I came here. And it's why I want to say again, thank you to everyone. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. And I will see you next time. This is Rich in the Philippines, soon to be Rich in Thailand.
Move on!